Hey, Weekly Walk viewers, greetings from San Francisco. I wish I could actually say that I'm there, but I am not. And I am here with Xiaoyin, who is the co-founder and CEO of Run the World, who's in Mountain View. So I guess if I was actually in San Francisco, we wouldn't be too far apart, but it is great to have you on. I would love to start off just to hear a little bit more about Run the World. You've got your awesome background right there, but what do you guys do?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. So Run the World is an online events platform that makes it really easy for people to organize an event entirely online that are very social. So and that's very different from a webinar where you're just passively watching. Run the World has a lot of social templates that enables attendees to talk to each other, meet each other, and also interacting with speakers in two-way conversation as well.
That's great. And talk about timing. I mean, this is the year for virtual events too. I feel like we could do a whole nother interview around, what you've seen in terms of virtual events and the platform itself. So that's great. So what was the inspiration behind Run the World? I mean, you were in product, you were at big companies like Atlassian and Facebook, and now you're the founder and CEO of a startup. So I'd love to know kind of the story and evolution of how you got to where you are right now.
Yeah. So after 3 years, I was a senior product manager at Facebook, mostly on the video and entertainment product. Then I always wanted to start something, but I didn't know what was my idea actually. So I went to Stanford for my business school, and then at that time I thought maybe I can take some break and learn more things and figure out what I want to do. But then it turns out, my mom is from China, and I was born and raised in China. So she's a doctor in Qingdao, kind of like a coastal city in China. So she has her first opportunity to go to an international conference last year in Chicago. So that was super helpful. She met another doctor in Dubai. It turns out they shared the same rare patient case. So she was able to kind of learn from that doctor and figure out what she wants to do with her patient, which is, in her industry means saving somebody's life. But that was the first international conference she has ever been at, ever in her life after 35 years.
Wow.
So I was thinking, she is she's really established doctor. She has access to all the papers, all the books, all the videos, but what she really wants is this human interaction with other doctors who share the same expertise as her. But at that time, there was no other way than, flying for 2 weeks and flying for another week for a visa to make it physical. So that's why, I decided to start a company, just thinking, is there any way that I can help my mom to meet other doctors more often? Yeah.
That's great. Moms always know best, it seems too. So case in point, thanks to her, here we are. So, and I'm sure especially now, it's even more helpful than you could have ever predicted that it would have been. So, you had just mentioned too that you were you were a product manager. Why, in your opinion, there are so many tech CEOs who come from the world of product. In your opinion, why do you believe that PMs make good CEOs, and who are the people that you should surround yourself with when you're starting a company?
Great point. So I kind of knew that I wanted to start something. So I've been kind of doing a lot of hackathons when I was in Facebook and making friends with engineers and designers. I think in general, first maybe it's a self-selection thing. Like you wanted to be a PM, you're clearly interested in managing a team and identifying the product vision and building things. That's clearly something you're good at. And then you got to meet a lot of different people who are engineers, designers, salespeople, marketing. So you just have a network that is more broad than just one particular function, which can be useful. So I actually lean on my network a lot to get some of the early employees. They're just people that I used to hack with or work with. And then before I really like starting social gatherings physically. So I also met a lot of friends through like karaoke parties or some kind of pizza parties, whatever. So so I think I kind of have a network of different type of people that ended up being really helpful for me when I started my own thing. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. And I feel like that's the trifecta: product design and engineering. Kind of, it's like those three walk into a bar and what happens? You got this great company. I'm like, I'd also love to know more about these karaoke and pizza parties. That sounds awesome. That'll be a whole nother conversation on that front. And then my last question for you is, what has been, we were talking about how, you know, you've been spending a lot of time obviously at home, as we all have. Have you listened to any podcasts lately, or what has been your favorite podcast that you've listened to?
I really like How I Built This.
Okay.
And
With
I
Guy, yep.
normally will listen to this all the time.
Yes, with
I
Guy
think the
Raz,
last
right?
episode was Class Pass. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is one of my favorites too. Hey, maybe at some point you'll be on it as well. There's something to aspire
I know that
to.
would be my next goal. That would be the next goal.
You've made it when. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you. I guess next time we use the Run the World platform, but who knows? Maybe I'll use it for a future virtual event.
We
Well,
can do a happy hour for your team and maybe your portfolio CEOs. That's
perfect.
helpful.
I love it. All right. See, there we go. It's on record. We're gonna make it happen. We'll record it. It'll be great. So Xiaoyin, thank you so much for being here. We'll see y'all soon. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye.